Sup witches, this is Nindy Hermit, and today I want to talk to you about a book that I'm currently reading. It's Your Tarot Card by Anthony. And so far I read up to page 47, which is chapter 7, and already there's a lot of very good material inside. And I actually have the book signed because I met her at the Reader's Studio. Yay! It was so exciting. Okay, so there's actually a Facebook group called Something Like Your Tarot Card, where you have the schedule of live events where she discusses different exercises from the book. And I was actually there for the last one last Thursday, and it was very interesting because different people were also participating and people shared their vision of different tarot cards, and if they would talk to them, what would they say, what were their hobbies, what were their favorite books, or how would a tarot card one of the tarot card cards approach a certain situation, and then you would change the tarot card and see if they would approach this situation differently, which was very insightful actually. So basically today's point of the video, I just wanted to share with this book and with the exercise inside of it, particularly the exercise on page 7 in the actual book, not on a Kindle version or e-reader version, because the pages change. So basically there's an exercise how to connect with your tarot card, and I wanted to share my answers. They're not card definitions, they're just what I felt in the moment, and they're just answers to the questions from the book or my ways of seeing the tarot card cards. But basically, she actually tells you to come to this exercise with sort of like a blank mind. So trying to forget the things that you learned before about the tarot card. But it was very hard for me because sometimes there's some stuff that you learn and it's like in your head. So you kind of, my answers, sometimes they go with the meaning, sometimes I try to make up new answers. So okay, I'll just go with it. I'm gonna use for this video, for this exercise, I use Tarot Illuminati, and I have the European edition from Los Carabeo, because there's also a US edition which is different. I'm going to show you. I painted the edges black. This is the back. I actually met the author in Portland at the Northwest Tarot Symposium in 2016, and he signed my other version. This is the US version, and you see golden edges. That's his signature, and it comes in a kit with a book. I also signed the book. It comes actually in this kit. Apologies for that. So basically right now I'm gonna share my answers for the exercises and my new visions using this deck. And they will differ, the answers for this exercise will differ for many people. It depends how you see the card, and it will differ for many decks. So if I just take the Robin Wood Tarot and I use this card instead of this one, I might get different vibes, different feelings, or different answers. You see, it's quite different. So it's both Queen of Wands. You see the black cat, the other one, the black cat is here. This one is on her lap. Like, basically I'm just saying that actually I feel if I use another deck for this exercise, my answers could be different, okay? So I'm gonna start with different court cards. First I'm gonna start with Page of Cups, so the Court of Cups, okay? Basically going with my feelings about it. The animal that's in the card, there's a fish. The facial expression of the page. So she's thinking about something. It seems like she's imagining something. She has a blue dress. Seems like it's a sunny day, but it's also windy. What would like? What's her dream of? What would she want to be when she would grow up? So basically, I would say she wants to be a dancer, an actress, a ballerina. And her favorite game to play would be creating the best bedtime story, so making up a story. Now, if we go to the Queen of Cups, I would say the Queen of Cups feels to me like a well-known painter or an actress for her creativity. And I don't know why I think of Marilyn Monroe when I think about this card. Also, there are sculptures of mermaids around her. She has kind of like a gala outfit. There's a castle behind. Feels to me that she's good at manipulating people's feelings. And her favorite possession would be something like an expensive painting or an art sculpture. She values love. Then, if we go to the Knight of Cups or the Prince of Cups, because they're called princes in this deck, the animal, so he's on a white horse, the environment, there are waterfalls behind. I feel like he's chasing love, and I feel like he's somebody who will do a lot for their love's interest attention. His favorite travel destination would be something like Hawaii. Where is he going? I think he's going somewhere to rest because he looks kind of sleepy on the card. He's supposed to be looking at the cup, but I feel he's looking even like somewhere down. And I feel he's going to get his creative energy restored somewhere. Then we go to the King of Cups. So, the animal on the card, they're fish. There's also a boat behind him. He's kind of sitting on the sea. There's clouds in the skies. His face expression and hands seemed like he's happy something worked out the way he wanted. Or that he's planning something, because he's kind of like that. His hobbies would be something like painting, dancing, writing, building something. And his favorite book would be something like the Four Toltec Agreements. I'm not sure if in French is Les Quatre Accords Toltec by Don Miguel Ruiz. I'm gonna put the title in English. So, because it's a book about basically spirituality and how to approach life. That's how I feel about the King of Cups. Now, Wands. So, the King of Wands. There's two lions on the throne. There's desert behind, sunflowers on the throne. And to me, sunflowers is like sun, brightness. The sky is yellow. There's a salamander at his feet. To me, his hobbies would be something like hunting, driving in the desert, competing. And people prove their worth to him by achievements, by being entrepreneurs. His favorite book would be something like The Wolf of Wall Street. And now we go to the Page of Wands or Princess of Wands in this deck. There's mountains, green grass behind. She's dressed in green, yellow, and red. It's windy. There's no animals. She has very long hair, and she holds the wand with grace, not with strength. So something like very kind of like a graceful grip to the wand. Her favorite game to play would be something like hide and seek, and she would want to be a fashion magazine editor when she grows up. And for a pet, she would want to have a cat as an animal. Then if we go to the Queen of Wands, there's a black cat on the card, which gives me witchy vibes. There's sunflowers on the throne around her. The dress is green and yellow. There's lions on the throne. She has 2 rings which look like fashion rings, if you look at it. There's desert behind. It feels like she's a very passionate woman. She loves comedy, politics, theater, and power should be used to defend a good cause for her. Her favorite possession would be something like a fancy piece of jewelry. Now, if we go to the Knight of Wands or the Prince of Wands, the clouds are clear, there's Green Mountain behind, there's a castle behind, he's on a horse, he holds the wand not too firmly. Different colors of feathers on his casque. His face looks focused on something. He's going to meet up with friends, he's going to enjoy a fight, a soccer game, or he's going on a quest. That's how it felt to me. And his quest in life would be something like trying new things every day, defending a cause that is important to him, and his favorite travel destination would be Miami. Now, if we go to the swords, and I'm just gonna show you from 2 decks, King of Swords from the Robin Hood and Tarot Illuminati. See how different they are? The hair is different, the way they're sitting is different, this one is standing, so basically that's why I'm saying it depends which deck you use, and different answers might come up to your mind. So basically, if we start with King of Swords, there's clouds, forest, and a field behind. There's angels on the throne. There's statues. His sword is with a butterfly on it. And the way this card is, I'm gonna try to show. You see? This here looks like a butterfly. So, he is dressed in red, blue, white, yellow. His hands are crossed, which to me means like a little bit unapproachable. If you think about body language, or on guards, or like closed, you know. Downtime. He likes to play chess, read novels, newspaper, the new research that comes out. People prove their power to him. No, people prove their worth to him by discussing smart ideas with him. And his favorite book would be something like How to Win Friends and Influence People. Now, Prince of Swords or Knight of Swords. So there's a horse, the sky has dark clouds, seems like it's a sunset. Behind there's a little bit of trees and birds. Again, butterfly on his clothes. Facial expression, looks up in the sky like if he's thinking about something. He's going to the gentleman's club. He's going to save someone from somewhere or something, and his quest in life would be proving something, achieving something, to prove that he was right about it. His travel destination would be something like Amsterdam, Prague. Europe, like an old city in Europe that has a lot of history basically. Now, if we go with Page of Swords or Princess of Swords, there's birds. Blue dress with some yellow. She holds the sword with two hands, so feels like she's not strong enough to hold the sword with one hand. There's clouds in the sky. Her facial expression is pensive, so she's thinking about something. Her favorite game would be Scrabble or Guess Who. You know that game where you put a card with like something and you don't know who you are and you have to guess it by asking questions to others. She wants to be a writer or a researcher when she grows up. Her favorite pets would be birds or fancy breeds of cats and dogs. Queen of Swords. She's sitting on the throne with angels. She holds the sword with one hand firmly. There's butterflies and birds. And actually, I forgot to mention that for this deck, the pentacles were Oriental themed culture. The wands were Persian culture. The swords were sort of British monarchy culture. And what else am I forgetting? Which one was the other one? Oh, the cups. That I'm not sure. I forgot. Okay, so basically this card you can definitely see that it's British. The expression on her face is like a poker face. You can't really read through her. She's dressed well, and the dress is decorated with red stones or gemstones, and also in her hair she has them. She loves power, knowledge. She loves fine cuisine, so like fancy cuisine. She loves new bestsellers. She could be like the dean of a program at university. And her favorite possession would be something like the first edition of her favorite novel or book. So to her, you just look at the card. I find this card so beautiful. Like, I just want to jump and like be her. She's so amazing. It's one of my favorite cards. I mean, despite the fact that she's a cold witch, you know. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. So let's start with the Pentacles. His horse is going much slower than the other knights. He's looking at the pentacle in his hand, and to me, he's looking at his goal. There's green environment. Seems like dandelions at the bottom of the card. He's going. Where is he going? So to me, I thought that he's, for example, a manager or an entrepreneur, and he's going to supervise employees, or he is going to see if the work is done correctly. He's going to see if anybody is missing anything. His quest in life would be to be successful in business and to make money. And his travel destination would be Japan, Tokyo. So it's one of the most expensive cities in the world. King of Pentacles. There's a mountain behind. He's holding the pentacle almost if he was giving it to you. Water behind, sun, green field. Some green field, sorry. There's bulls on the throne, and there's gold colors all around. Expression on the face, kind of neutral to me. His hobbies would be something like planting trees, playing golf, camping. People prove their worth to him by keeping their word, inviting him for dinner, doing something for him. And his favorite book would be something like Poor Dad, Rich Dad. Now, Queen of Pentacles. Very beautiful card. Grapes, pear, apple, fruits at her feet. The animal, there's a rabbit. and it seems like a ferryman on her side. She has very nice earrings. Feels to me that she's modest and resourceful. The trees are with flowers, and different flowers at the bottom of the card also. Her expression is, I see through you. She loves to cook, she loves her home, she loves gardening, she loves pets. She values power by having all the material things that she wants. So power gives her all the material things. And her favorite possession would be something like an expensive tea set. Page or Princess of Pentacles. There's sun in the background, red and yellow dress, flowers in the field, looks like a lilac tree behind. There's a road behind. Her favorite game to play is talking to pets, making your own jewelry, or playing music. And she wants to be a vet when she grows up, a doctor, or an exercise coach. I feel like she loves different pets, but she also likes dogs a lot. So that was my answers to the beginning, the exercise at the beginning. There's actually also an exercise after, which makes you think. I think it's chapter 6, and it makes you think about the people who surround you in life and what kind of court characters are they. And basically I also did that one, and from analyzing the people that I have around me, I realized that, for example, I have mostly pentacles and swords, a little bit of cups, and I have no wands at all. Like, I barely have any wands in my environment, which is quite weird when you think about it. But it also thinks about the element that you might be lacking in your environment when you take a look at your friend circles or your coworkers, things like that. So far, I'm really enjoying the book, and so join the Facebook group and read the book. It's amazing. Thank you for watching.